The year was 1872, a time when the seas were both a gateway to new opportunities and a realm of untold dangers. A ship named the Mary Celeste set sail, embarking on what seemed to be a routine voyage. It left New York City on November 7th, its sails catching the wind as it departed the bustling harbor. The ship's destination was Genoa, Italy, a journey that would take it across the vast and unpredictable Atlantic Ocean. Captain Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned mariner with a reputation for competence and reliability, was at the helm. He brought his wife and young daughter along, hoping to share the adventure and perhaps the beauty of the open sea with them. 7 experienced sailors made up the crew, each one skilled and ready to face the challenges of the journey. The Mary Celeste carried a cargo of commercial alcohol, a valuable commodity at the time. Everything seemed normal, and the voyage began without incident. No one knew this would be a voyage shrouded in mystery, one that would baffle experts and enthusiasts for generations. The Mary Celeste was a sturdy ship, built to withstand the rigors of the sea. It was a brigantine, known for its speed and maneuverability, making it a favored choice for long voyages. It had sailed for 9 years without major incident, earning a reputation as a reliable vessel. This journey, however, would be different. The ship would encounter something that would change its fate forever. The ship would become a legend, its name etched into the annals of maritime history. It would be remembered as history's greatest maritime mystery, a ghost ship that continues to intrigue and mystify. The weeks that followed the Mary Celeste's departure were uneventful, with calm seas and steady progress. Other ships at sea reported no unusual activity, and the weather was typical for the season. With no storms or adverse conditions reported. The Mary Celeste, it seemed, had vanished into thin air, leaving no trace of its whereabouts. What happened next would captivate the world for over a century, sparking countless theories and investigations. It remains a chilling reminder of the unpredictable nature of the sea, a mystery that continues to haunt the imaginations of those who hear its tale. On December 4, 1872, another ship sailed the Atlantic. The vast, seemingly endless expanse of the ocean was a familiar sight for sailors, but on this day something extraordinary was about to unfold. The Dei Gratia, a British brigantine, was also bound for Genoa. The crew was experienced, and the journey had been uneventful so far. Captain David Morehouse was at the helm. A seasoned mariner, he had navigated these waters many times before. He spotted a ship in the distance. At first it seemed like any other vessel, but something was off. It was behaving oddly, drifting aimlessly with its sails partially set. This was not the way a ship should be sailing. Captain Morehouse recognized the ship. His heart skipped a beat as he realized what he was seeing. It was the Mary Celeste, a ship that had left New York City 8 days before the Dei Gratia. He ordered his crew to approach cautiously. The eerie silence that surrounded the Mary Celeste was unsettling. What they found would send chills down their spines. The ship was eerily quiet with no signs of life. The Mary Celeste was completely deserted. Not a single soul was on board. There was no sign of the captain, his family, or the crew. Their personal belongings were still in their cabins, untouched. The ship's lifeboat was missing. This indicated that the crew had left the ship, but why? This suggested an orderly evacuation. But what could have prompted such a decision in the middle of the ocean? However, the ship's cargo was largely untouched. Barrels and crates were still securely in place. Personal belongings remained in the cabins. It was as if the crew had vanished into thin air. Navigation equipment was in place. The ship was in good condition, with no signs of struggle or damage. Food and water supplies were plentiful. There was no reason for the crew to abandon the ship due to lack of provisions. Captain Morehouse and his crew were baffled. The more they investigated, the less sense it made. Why would a seaworthy ship be abandoned? The Mary Celeste was in perfect condition to sail. Where could the crew have gone? The vast ocean offered no clues. The mystery of the Mary Celeste had begun. It would become one of the most enduring maritime mysteries in history. The Dei Gratia's crew boarded the Mary Celeste with a sense of trepidation. They searched for clues, hoping to uncover the mystery behind the ship's eerie abandonment. They found the ship's logbook, a crucial piece of evidence that might hold the key to understanding what transpired. The last entry was from 10 days earlier, a significant gap that left many questions unanswered. It placed the ship near the Azores Islands, a remote location that added to the enigma. There were no signs of struggle or violence, which deepened the mystery. Everything seemed eerily calm and orderly. The ship was in remarkably good condition, considering it had been adrift for days. This suggested that whatever had happened, it occurred suddenly and without warning. However, some details were unsettling. Small, inexplicable anomalies hinted at a deeper, more troubling story. A single lifeboat davit was damaged, suggesting a hasty and perhaps desperate departure. A rope trailed in the water, still attached to the ship. This indicated that the lifeboat might have been lowered in a rush, possibly in a moment of panic. This suggested the lifeboat might have been lowered hastily, adding to the sense of urgency and fear that seemed to permeate the scene. Some of the ship's navigational instruments were missing, which could imply that the crew took them in their haste to navigate away from an imminent threat. This hinted at a possible disorientation or panic among the crew, as if they were fleeing from something unknown and terrifying. The galley was in disarray, with pots and pans scattered about, as if the crew had left in the middle of preparing a meal. A meal had been partially prepared, further suggesting that whatever caused the crew to abandon ship happened suddenly and without warning. This suggested the crew had abandoned ship suddenly, leaving behind a scene frozen in time. The captain's cabin held his personal belongings, including his valuable sextant, a crucial tool for navigation. Why would he leave this behind? The abandonment of such an essential item only added to the perplexity. The eerie silence of the empty ship amplified the mystery, creating an atmosphere thick with unanswered questions. What had happened to the Mary Celeste and its crew? The unanswered questions and eerie details left everyone baffled, turning the Mary Celeste into one of the most enduring maritime mysteries of all time. Abandonment. The mystery remained unsolved. Section 5. Perils of the Sea, 19th Century Maritime Dangers. To understand the Mary Celeste, we must consider the dangers of 19th century seafaring. Sailors faced storms, disease, and piracy. Navigation was imprecise. Communication was limited. Ships were often at the mercy of the elements. Cargo ships like the Mary Celeste carried valuable goods. They were targets for pirates, especially in certain parts of the world. Sailors relied on their skills and experience to navigate treacherous waters. They faced disease, hunger, and exhaustion. Even a minor accident at sea could spell disaster. The Mary Celeste's disappearance, while unusual, highlighted the very real dangers faced by sailors of that era. It served as a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of the sea. Section 6. The Mary Celeste's fate, salvage, speculation, and a ship's end. The DEI Gracia's crew sailed the Mary Celeste to Gibraltar. A salvage court investigated the ship and the missing crew. The court found no evidence of foul play or piracy. The ship was deemed a derelict. It was sold at auction for a fraction of its original value. The Mary Celeste sailed again, changing hands several times over the years. Rumors and speculation followed the ship. Some captains refused to sail on her, deeming her cursed. However, the ship continued its voyages for another 12 years. In 1885, the Mary Celeste met its end. It was deliberately run aground off the coast of Haiti in an insurance scam. The ship was deemed a total loss. The Mary Celeste's physical journey had ended, but its legend lived on. Section 7. A mystery endures. The Mary Celeste's place in maritime lore. The Mary Celeste became a maritime legend. Its story was passed down through generations of sailors. It inspired books, films, and countless theories. The mystery of the abandoned ship captured the public imagination. The Mary Celeste's story became a cautionary tale. It reminded people of the power and mystery of the sea. It highlighted the dangers faced by sailors in a bygone era. It sparked endless speculation about what might have happened on that fateful voyage. Even today, the Mary Celeste remains a source of fascination. It stands as a timeless reminder that some mysteries may never be solved. The sea, it seems, holds its secrets close. The Mary Celeste continues to haunt our collective imagination, a ghost ship forever adrift in the annals of maritime history.